Welcome back to another weekly grocery haul. I did film the grocery shopping again today, so if you want to see how I get grocery shopping by bicycle here in the Netherlands, that should be coming out on Monday, provided the audio is okay when I edit it, because it was quite windy at points, but should be fine. But yeah, let's start with the produce. I got a whole big bag of potatoes, way more than I really needed, but it was 3 kilograms for €1, so I guess I'll just have to think of a lot of ways to use potatoes the next couple of weeks. Then I have some lettuce. I'm going to use that for some sandwiches and for some tacos. And then apples, because I always have fruit on hand, because if I have a sweet craving, fruit usually takes care of it. So by having that on hand, it means I don't get anything worse. Some cucumbers for snacking mainly. Some peppers for a few things this week. I'm going to make a tomatilla salsa, just some canned tomatillo that I still have. I'm going to do some tacos. I'm going to do some stuffed peppers, some pasta, things like that. So I have a whole bunch of peppers. I have two kinds of jalapeno, well, three kinds actually. Jalapenos, I don't know what these are called, but they're slightly wrinklier versions of jalapenos. And I have two cayenne, a red and a green. And then I have some peppers, one pepper. I still have some of those pointy peppers in the fridge from last week, so I just needed one big one for some stuffed pepper later in the week. I have some cilantro for the salsa, some green beans for 2 meals this week, and I have some grapes also just for snacking. So I spent on produce €14.02. If you want more of a breakdown, by the way, I'll show all the prices in my grocery shopping by bicycle video. So here I just go over what I'll be using everything for and what the totals are. So, oh, and I have a bag of onions that I almost forgot. So that was included in that total of €14.02 for my produce. Then I have some meat and dairy, got some more eggs because I'm almost out and I want to make a frittata omelet kind of thing on Meatless Monday. I was at the supermarket and the ground chicken was on clearance, so I picked up some of that. I was just going to use some ground chicken from my freezer, but I'll just use some of this instead, and the rest is just going to go in the freezer. Tomorrow I want to have some green beans wrapped in prosciutto, so I got some Serrano ham, close enough. I know it's not technically prosciutto, but good enough for me. And I'll probably wrap that around some chicken breast as well, since I have too much for just the green beans. Then for lunch tomorrow, I have some chicken breasts, and then I got some sausages for 2 meals this week. Oh, and some chicken wings. That's going to be lunch for today. So meat this week came down to €18.98. And then we have everything else. I got some gyoza. That will be dinner for tonight, I think. I got some kimchi sauce to try out. I don't know what it's supposed to taste like, but I've been really into like noodle bowls, rice bowls, and stuff lately, so that's a good thing to have on hand and try out. I've been using a lot of chili flakes, so I got some more of that. I'm almost out of black pepper. I think you can see just over there my pepper grinder is almost empty, so I picked up some peppercorns. And I got my 2 bars of chocolate for the week. These are milk chocolate with fudge and brownie. Then just to have on hand, I don't have plans to use it at this moment, but I've been really enjoying that mixed basmati rice lately. It's brown rice with black and red, so I picked up a thing of that. And then my favorite syrups were on sale this week, so I got a couple of those. So all of that came to €28.24. Especially the syrup was quite expensive. So which makes the grand total for this week €61.24. And converted into US dollars, that is $70.59. So yeah, some of the things I'm going to use this week, some of the things I'm not going to use this week yet. They're just for the pantry or the freezer. And likewise, I still have some things in the fridge. Like I have some carrots, I have some peppers, like I already mentioned. So I didn't need that much things. I have a full pantry of things like noodles, rice, and stuff. So I'm well stocked up at the moment. So just a small haul. But yeah, so like again, if you want to see how I got all these groceries by bicycle, that video should be coming out on Monday. If you'd like to see what I do with all of this, every Sunday I do a Sunday prep day video where I cut all my vegetables and prep some things that take time. Like tomorrow I'll make like the green salsa, and other times I'll do soups, stews, sauces, that kind of stuff. And if you want to see what I ultimately eat, you can check out my Instagram where I post every single meal, or you can check out the video that I post about once a month on here where I show you everything I eat in a day for the week. And I just posted one yesterday, so last Friday. So if that all sounds good to you, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Until next time, bye for now.